Yo, it's me, Fluff. This is an actual video and not some clips from my stream because today I'm going to talk a little bit about the state of the game and a little bit about the new patch that came out 9.3 that changed pretty much how the entire game is played. And I'm going to talk about statistics and what this patch will do to the player base, at least to the majority of the player base, because behavior thought, you know what, fuck the statistics that we have, let's listen to some goobers on YouTube. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about what happened in this patch, the changes, the balance of the patch, and a little bit of what they removed in this patch. And after that, I'm gonna show a few maps to show how it actually looks like in game and how the maps were changed. And then I'm gonna go a little bit over statistics that I have to make sure that everyone understands that yeah, this game actually might die now. Because people don't understand that statistics are probably the most important thing that a game can have and a company can have for a game to make the game actually playable. And if a company says, you know what, fuck these statistics and let's go by what some YouTubers say or some, some streamers say, and let's go with those changes, statistics are more important than some YouTubers. Just saying. It's good to listen to the community and to some people, okay? But if you ignore complete statistics that you wanted to do changes out of, yeah, no, that's a problem. I'm going to go over that later, but for now, let's check the chapter for now. Two specific things, actually, that I wanted to talk about is the pallet density and the anti-slug changes. First of all, anti-slug was pretty much removed completely. Like the stuff that we had on the PTB, like, oh yeah, you're not visible to the killer, you have actually aura on the killer, you can pick yourself up from the ground, and so on and so on. That is all removed. All we got is we can see the bar now, the anti-camp bar. We have 5 more seconds of enduring, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Like, the bar fills up more and more, up on how long the killer stays. Like, 0 to 10 seconds is 1%, 1% speed boost, 10 to 20 seconds, it's 2% speed. It's like how long the killer stays. What is also a problem is that the radius that the killer stays in was reduced to 16 meters, what was 20 before. So now the killer can just stand 17 meters away, and the bar will not fill up. Instead of, how it was before, 20 plus meters. No, now it's 16 plus meters. So therefore, it's simply another buff for the killer. Like, it's another good thing for the killer. He can just stay closer. Pretty dumb. Like, there's not much to say. It's like a stupid change because it really doesn't change anything about the majority of the player base. Like, they will still get slugged. Unhook changes, survivors gain 10% haste, endurance for 15 seconds after being unhooked. It was 10. That's exactly my point. AFK crowds now. So if you go for, there's a lot of people that go for like win streaks and stuff like that. If you try to hide for a bit, forget it. AFK crowds decrease the time of for crowds to appear to 80 seconds, 100 and 120 seconds. Was 120, 140, and 190. So hiding is not a thing anymore for some people. Following the release of the update AFK cross system, we increased the time it took to gain cross. This was much too generous, allowing for survivors to avoid cross too easily. We're dialing back the values, blah blah blah. It's a stupid change. I mean, I guess I understand the cross change because a lot of people are just trying to hide, and you try to play the game out. I think this is overall stupid. Slugging and pretty much just camping someone out or tunneling someone out is still gonna be a thing. It was not removed. They ignored the statistics that they had and the reason why people stopped playing the game. So yeah, we're fucked. Pretty much nothing will change. Actually, more people will boycott the game now and stop playing, and your statistics will only go up by now. It's sad but true. Skull Merchant got changed. The shape had there's another change. Oh yeah, the shape, slaughtering strikes, camera control are now identical to regular camera controls. So pretty much there is no real outplay to his power charge anymore. Not only it's from 6 seconds to 4-second cooldown, now you can also just 360 in his power because, there is no downside to using the power anymore. The downside was that, you had to actually be able to be in a certain kind of degrees when you use the power. Now you just do 360 with the powers and do like some fucking face clan montages with it. kinda dumb. I think it was good that you were kinda able to outplay it around corners by, you know, like a blind, maybe flare a shape. I did that a couple of times. But now there's no way around that anymore. You can literally just flick and just kill someone with a flick. Kinda stupid. Skull Merchant changes, I haven't seen them live yet. I haven't found a Skull Merchant yet that I played against, so I can't say a lot to that. I think it's good because Skull Merchant was absolutely garbage. So I hope this, you know, makes her a little bit more viable again. There's one change that I need to talk about when it comes to Xenobite, that is, I think, very stupid. And just shows that this patch is again very killer-sided, right? Like, first of all, we have the anti-slug, the anti-camp, and all that, and, you know, it's pretty obvious that, you know, it's killer-sided again. And, you know, it will ruin the game further from here on. But now we have the Cenobite reverted the change that prevented the Cenobite from binding chains to survivors with endurance. So therefore, as a Cenobite now, you only need to stand 16 meters away from the hook, and as soon as someone gets unhooked, you can just chain them again while they are in endurance, and you can pretty much ignore the 15 seconds. Like, the 5 extra seconds don't do shit. Like Cenobite is pretty much a perfect tunnel killer now. Like, straight up. Because they reverted this change. This should have stayed in the game, because this would have actually, you know, showed, okay, we do a couple of, you know, tweaks to some killers to prevent them from actually camping and tunneling someone out. No. They reverted all the camping and tunneling shit and pretty much gave them more reasons to do it now. Your pallet density changes. Reviewed all pallet tiles to evaluate and reduce the safety of pallet loops on Macmillan Estate, Asylum, the Red Forest, Yamaoka Estate, Haddonfield, and Mount Ormond Resort. Adjusted the spawn logic of certain structures, like the main building in District Warren, the Pierce and Backwater Swamp, blah 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 blah. What that means is, in all these maps, some of the god loops, there's a chance that some of the god loops will not spawn. That is pretty much what it says. Not only that, the fillers that we have now as survivors are pretty much not playable. If you play against a killer, and most of the time that will happen, that you play against a killer that has a speed boost, has a, you know, some kind of a charge or whatever, you will die on these pallets. And most of the killers now will play with Endurance, Spirit Fury, and Hubris. Because all you have to do now is, as soon as pallet is dropped, these bad 50-50 fillers, these, you know, they're all bad now, by the way. I'm going to show that in a second when I load into the first map. It's going to be probably, I don't even know which one we go first. But most of the pallets, most of the filler pallets now, 90% of the filler pallets are shitty 50-50 pallets. And if you literally just play something like Hubris, Spirit Fury, and Enduring, you get stunned, you just walk around it, you get Bloodlust 1, and you just kill the survivor. That's the gameplay for killers now. Like, we give killers free hits now, free kills now. That's all you have to do as killer now. You just play Enduring, Spirit Fury, and Hubris until you get, like, Bloodlust 1, and you just one-shot them. That's pretty much the gameplay that I've seen so far in the past 5 games that I had. It's very boring. It's a very boring playstyle. There's no interesting playstyle around anymore, and there's literally no reason for survivors to properly play anymore. Because you will die. People are just gonna walk you down now. It's kinda bad. But yeah, those are the worst changes so far, and I'm gonna show how it looks in game. Okay, now that I've finally loaded into the fucking game, let's look at some of these fillers. Let's immediately start with this one. Everyone remembers this tile. We had a longer side here. What is this? What is this? If you bring Hubris, if you bring Spirit Fury and Enduring, you just run through here, you just walk around it. Walk around it until you catch the survivor. You will catch them, by the way. Oh, they also made this smaller. Oh yeah, they also made this smaller. This is much smaller. This is an easy hit. This is much smaller. Oh, we have 2 of those next to each other. I mean, the pallet density in general is still okay, but one of these needs to be a better filler. Like, 100%. One of these has to be a better filler. I mean, this is still the same. The stayed. Dead zone, by the way. We have dead zones again. Straight up, next to a hill. So therefore, all this is dead zone. Nice. We love dead zones. By the way, dead zones should not be a thing in this game. Straight up. Especially with the killers that we have nowadays. Dead zones should not be a thing. I think this is all normal. Yeah, most of these are relatively normal, but yeah. You have pallets that are easily 50-50able with faster killers. Not even with faster killers. An easy M1 killer can just kill you here if he has Bloodlust 1. As I said, Hubris, Bloodlust 1, you're dead on pallets like that. Instantly. Especially because I mean, this is easy to connect with the window, but if you have like a pallet like over there, you will not be able to connect that before you're getting hit. But yeah, most of these pallets, filler pallets of course, are now shitty 50-50s. Like this one, like this one. By the way, this was changed there. I think there was another tree, or there was the rock was a little bigger. One of those. I think on this side though, it was a little bit further out. No, it was this side. This one was a little bit further out. Like you had to go like this. But you don't have to do that anymore. You just hug this, and it's a free hit from both sides. If someone double vaults, you're just dead instantly. As soon as you have him on the short side, you're dead. And yeah, most of these fillers look like that now. I'm gonna go to a different map now, and I'm gonna show you guys how it looks on a different map. Because not only this map got changed. So let's check out some Ormond. I mean, bro. What is this? What is a survivor supposed to do here? But like, what is a survivor that is like literally at an MMR, you know, at an MMR bracket of 1600? What are they supposed to do here? What is this supposed to do? I mean, this side is playable somewhat. Even this one is short as shit for most skillers. What are survivors supposed to do here? Let's be... What? You're kidding me, right? Like, you're kidding me, right? This is not scripted. So what we're doing is now we just ignore the pallet and just walk over certain objects because we're too stupid to, you know, get actual changes in the game, proper changes. We're not even testing our changes anymore. We just do them because we listen to some dumbasses. But yeah, every filler, as you can see, every single filler. I mean, we still have some outside fillers, but let's be honest. Is this even a filler? Is this even what we can call a filler? Like, let's be honest. Is this what we call something playable? Like, in any world, is this something playable? Like, when you have a killer following you, right? And you drop it, you are still in the drop animation and he can swing around the corner. That's how shit the pallet is. Like, like, what? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? What is this? What is this? I mean, great, we have corner pallets, but for what? Like, this is shorter now. This was like until here. Like, this was longer. This is shorter now. This is easy, like, to swing around as a killer. You have this shit, big shit rock that, like, you can't even hold the check spot here. You're just dead as soon as the killer, like, sees you. You're just dead. But, oh my god, they changed this too. Bro, what is this? What are we talking about? Like, I'm running behind a survivor. He's running through it. He's already infected. Dead. Like, he's still in dropping animation. He's dead. Like, I'm running behind him. Drop animation is happening. Dead. Like, what are we talking? Like, there's no gameplay around this anymore. There's nothing to play around anymore. There's no mind gaming anymore. You just W hold and you kill people. And if you get stunned, you just have hubris with you and you just one-shot someone. Yeah, most of these pallets are absolutely a joke. They're an absolute joke. Oh, they didn't make this one smaller at least. It's still as shitty as it was. I mean, there's, I guess, no reason for it. But yeah. This is Ormond. I'm gonna see you guys in the next map, because this is just a joke. This is a fucking joke. And we're on Macmillan. The first pallet that I see is literally a shit pallet. Look at this. Like, yeah, you can probably argue, yeah, just play the bigger side, but even that, they made this smaller. This is smaller. This is a lot smaller. What the fuck? What is this? What are these? You get hit no matter what. Like, yeah, great. pallet density a little higher, but like it doesn't change that you will get hit no matter what. Like you will go down if a killer just brings a fucking chase build. Like you're dead no matter what. Like these are still kind of the same. I mean they changed this up a little bit, but they're kind of the same. Normally this one would also go out like this, like it was like a U. It's not anymore. What is fine, I guess. I mean, actual tiles are still the actual tiles. What is also fine. There's actually a crazy wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, tiles are still the same. Good tiles can spawn, bad tiles can spawn, but the big issue is the fillers that you have in between. I mean, this one is, I mean, it's also much shorter. Look at that. It's much shorter. Look at this. Like, there's no play around this. Like, you're behind the survivor, he's not dropping. Okay, you're dead. It's like, it's so dumb. Especially if you play fast killer like this. Look at what. Oh, I thought maybe I can go up here. Yeah, this is dumb. These are not fillers that you can properly play as a new player. Definitely not. I mean, I'm not a new player, right? But I'm talking about, like... And I'm going over the statistics after I show this. This is insane. Yeah, this is stupid. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I thought maybe I can go up here again. Oh! Oh! Wait, there's like a... Hold up. There's like a slight bit... Oh! Wait, you can... You can glitch yourself up, I think. Hold up. Yeah, you can. You might be able to glitch yourself up there. But whatever. Every filler is short now. Every filler is a short pallet now, for whatever reason. Every single one. And I'm gonna see you on the last map. It's gonna be Asylum that I'm gonna show you guys. And then I'm gonna go over some statistics and why this update will probably ruin DBD forever if they don't revert most of these changes. So I'm gonna see you in the next one. Okay, we're back on Asylum, Disturbed Ward. Yo, hit that. Hit that shit. God damn. I'm gonna show you around these pallets. I mean, this one is still the same. Actually, this is... Wait, is this more... This is actually more safe. This is a pallet that is more safe now. This was not existing. Like, this was just... This was not existing. It was only on this side. So this is actually a more safe pallet now. This is still the same. Actually, they balanced this one too. This was smaller. This was only like this big. So they made this a little bigger too. But let's go through some stuff that is an issue. Like this. That is much smaller. Like this. That is probably not playable for any new player. Like, they will drop it and die. Like... Is this one a better one? I mean, this is okay. This is okay. This is easily playable. Let's talk about these, though. Oh, yeah, they already have a fucking gen ready. What is this? I mean... Bro. Any killer that can do something like this, you know? Like, go around corners. It's like... Like, let's say I follow a survivor, okay? He's here, she's dropping pallet. Okay, I fucked up. Never mind. I'm not that good. I'm following, boom, 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 drop pallet. You still get hit. Like, the drop animation is longer than people think. Let's play a fucking pallet. Yeah, there you go. Play this one. Play this one. Yeah, there you go. No, don't play the tiles. Play a shit pallet. Like, every normal... Bruh. Even on tiles like this, killers like this just kill you. Okay. I guess I'm not gonna get an actual chase out of them around pallets like these, but it's gonna end exactly like that. They drop it, you go short side, like shorter side, you just wait for them to drop, or whatever, they don't drop, then you just sit there, you just go around. As a blight, it's easy. As a blight, it would be fucking insanely easy. Or you just do this. Then they have to drop. If they leave, they go to the next filler that is like that. Or they go to shag that is, I mean, still shag. luckily. But if they go to something like this, and you follow them, and they drop it, you go around, it's gonna be a hit no matter what. It's absolutely dumb. It's actually stupid. It's very sad. It's very sad to see that they do changes like this to these maps. And they don't even... It feels like they don't even test their own game. They let these creators test their game, and these creators have thousands and thousands of hours, and they go by the people that have thousands and thousands of hours. And with that, I'm gonna now go back to the main lobby, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the statistics and why this is such a big issue, why they should not listen to most content creators, okay? And that is coming from someone that understands a little bit about statistics. I'm gonna open this that I had prepared already, and we're gonna talk a little bit about statistics, okay? As of June 2025, DBD has a daily player base around all platforms, by the way, of around 500 to 700,000 players. It varies, obviously, how like the day is, if it's a weekday, if it's like a weekend, or whatever. But in general, around, let's say 450,000 to like 650, 700,000 people play across all platforms every day. You know, in some hours it's more, in some hours it's less. Obviously. That's a bunch of players. That's a lot of players. And the big content creators are maybe, let's say, 10 to 20 people out of all these players. Okay? Don't forget that. These content creators, the big content creators that we know, like, and I'm gonna say some names. By the way, I have nothing against these content creators. They make great content and they bring a lot more people to these games. 100%. 100%. But the reason I'm talking about this is because statistics are very important for companies like this. And sometimes it's better to listen to the statistics than to listen to content creators that are crying because they are maybe too much on one side. And most content creators that we have for Dead by Daylight are sadly killer mains. We have people like Odds, Quiet Kills, we had Spook and Jukes, Spooky Loops. We have a lot of, we have a lot of DBD content creators that are killer mains. And of course they will make content about killers most of the time. The problem is, don't listen to these people. Like, yes, listen to these people to a certain degree, but not fully. And the reason is because of these statistics. These statistics are, you can find these statistics everywhere, by the way. You can just Google them. You can find these statistics. Yeah, they might not perfectly be correct, but most of these are pretty accurate. Around 3 to 6% of people play in a 4-man Swift. Around 7 to 13% play as a 3-man Swift. And around 14 to 19% of the player base play in a 2-man Swift. Okay, like as duo queue. Sometimes it's a little more with duo queues. Duo queues can go up to 30% is what some people said. But honestly, we could actually put duo queues out because most of the time, what the killer mains complain about are these 4-man and 3-man Swifts, right? Those are the issues. Those are the Swifts that make this game not balanced anymore. Those are the people that make the game unbalanced towards the survivor side. That's what we're talking about most of the time when it comes to like changes and to problems that the killers have. So now the problem when it comes to this, when they make videos about that and cry about like pallet density and they cry about, oh my god, and we're gonna lose every fucking game as killers. No, you won't. You won't. And it's very, very, very easy to understand if you have the statistics why that's not the fact, and it would never be the fact that you will lose most of your killer games and killers would be boring to play. No, it wouldn't. Actually, exactly the opposite. It would bring more players to the game if you would let these companies, or in this specific thing, behavior, do their thing and listen to their statistics. Because only 1 to 2% out of these 3 to 6% 4-man Swifts are actually high MMR players. Because what a lot of people don't understand is even if you have a 4-man Swift, that doesn't mean that these 4-man Swifts are always high MMR. That is completely wrong. Out of all these 4-man Swifts, there's maybe 1, maybe 2% out of these 4-man Swifts are actually good players that play together. Because what people don't want to understand is that the actual ladder game of DBD is only roughly 1% of the entire player base. Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand. The actual super high MMR players that know what they're doing, like they actually know the game in and out, are 1% of the entire player base. And most killer mains make videos about talking playing against these high MMR Swifts, most of the time that will not happen. Yes, if you're a high MMR killer, you have a higher chance of finding a high MMR Swift. But in general, you will not always find high MMR Swifts, simply because the MMR system is completely fucked. Like, as soon as you hit the cap, the lowest cap, and that's 1600, or like the lowest ground of actually being ranked, and that's 1600, you will have people in there that have 200 hours. Like, that's the big issue. Like, that's the reason why it is good that something like pallet density is there. Like, that should be a thing. Because a lot of the times, a really high player with like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 hours, high MMR player maybe, you know, like has a lot of wins, has like a 60% win rate, plays with someone that has 200 hours because they both at least reached the cap of 1,600. You know? Like, yeah, the person with 6,000 hours can have like an MMR of 2,800. Doesn't matter. As soon as you reach 1,600, you can get matched with that person. And that is the big issue. Like, if we would fix the entire MMR system, we wouldn't have these problems. But since that's not the case, these statistics are important. So yeah, 3 to 5% of the 3-man Swifts are probably high MMR players. It's not gonna be more than that. And same goes for the duos. That could be higher. As I said, it could be up to 30% of the player base that plays in duos. But I don't believe that at all, because that's far too many. A lot of people just like to play solo queue. Not more than 10% will be very high MMR there. Not at all. Because in general, as I said, high MMR, and I would say that's 2,500 and up, that is maybe 5% of the entire player base. So if we go by these stats, right? If we go by these statistics, around 70 to 75% of the player base are solo queue players. Now you can say, okay, that's crazy. But don't forget, out of those 70 to 75% of the entire player base, around 80% of those, like let's say we have 450,000 solo queue players, or 400, what did I say, 450 to 500,000 solo queue players, only around 50,000 of those are actually good players. The rest of these players are just, you know, casual gamers. Like 80 to 85% are not on a high MMR bracket. They sit on 1,600 and they never left 1,600. They probably lose 90% of their games. They still sit on 1,600 because they can't get lower than 1,600. But they are still there. So, therefore, what all these killer mains are complaining, and the reason they're complaining is because they have a lot of hours, they have an okay MMR, and they face these 50,000 players more often than the usual player. And that's the big issue here. We change the game and listen to these broad 5% of the player base that are actually good, instead of letting behavior actually do what they wanted to do and just help out the majority of the player base, so that the statistics of people stop playing the game because slugging, tunneling, camping is a thing, they ignore it. Now they ignored it. So now we listen to 5% of actual good players that have a little bit knowledge about the game, but we ignore these 75 to 80% of the player base that actually needed that update. That's a big issue. That's a big issue. And a lot of people are talking about it already. Like, I'm not the only one talking about it. I'm actually no one talking about it. But at least I have some knowledge about statistics and know how important statistics are for exactly these kind of issues. Don't listen sometimes don't listen to the people that scream the loudest. Sometimes actually listen to your statistics. And if your statistics say that the most people stop playing this game, and that's what they said on their live stream, on their dev stream, most people stop playing the game because of tunneling, camping, and slugging, and you find a way to change that so that more people start playing the game again, then maybe next time you should go with those statistics and don't listen to these 6 to 8 killer main YouTubers that make a video about, oh my god, this pallet density is gonna change everything. Oh my god, this slugging change will, you know, ruin the fun as a killer. No, it will just change the entire way of playing. But what happened now is that the slugging thing is not a thing anymore. Like, it's gonna be an issue even more than before. Camping is gonna be an issue even more than before. And now the worst part is, these 75% of solo queue players, where 80% are probably really, really bad players or don't even really know how the game properly works, have no filler pallets to play around anymore. And if they find a filler pallet, it's a filler pallet that is a 50-50 pallet that they will die on anyway. All this entire thing did now was changing it for these 5% of actual good players in the game and ruin it for these 80% of not so good players. So they did pretty much exactly the opposite of what they wanted to do with the update, what they wanted to achieve with the update. That is bad. That is not listening to the majority of the community. That is listening to these, what are they called again? Fucking, what are they called again? Something whisperers. I think they changed the name for that too, though. What was it? Fog whisperers? They're not called that anymore. They're like, what are they now? They're just, whatever, partner. They're just DBD partner now. They rather listen to the DBD partners that have a community around them. By the way, most of the time the communities around these YouTubers only show around 7% of the entire player base. Just saying. Like, just because someone has 5,000 viewers while playing DBD, just because someone has 3,000, 10,000 viewers playing DBD, doesn't mean that is the majority of the player base. That is just a couple of people that like to watch this specific person because they do what they like to do. No, don't listen always to fucking YouTubers. Listen to your own statistics that show you how this game is going. Like, why are we listening to someone like Odds or... I'm sorry, Odds, I have nothing against you. If you ever see this video, what I don't think, but if I have nothing against you. But why do we listen to people like Odds? Why do we listen to people like Quiet Kills that only talk out of the killer perspective and don't even think about the statistics behind those? And they only talk about the 5% that they face because they have 10,000 plus hours in the game and ignore the 75% of the solo queue players that really, really need this update, so that their statistics of people stop playing the game because of that goes up again. You know, they want people to not stop playing the game. But with these changes, a lot of more people will stop playing the game because they don't see a reason in playing the game anymore. Like, there's no fun behind it anymore. Even, I saw so many killer mains too, by the way, that said, this is not fun for killers either. Every 50-50 pallet is now what? A bloodlust pallet? Like, that is not fun. That is boring for killers too. There's no reason, like, there's no way to play around it in like there's no mind gaming anymore. Just hold W around it until you catch up and then you get a free hit anyway. And now, of course, people can say, yeah, just drop the pallet and leave it. Most people play blights, play nurses, play spirits, play ghouls. You don't leave a pallet like that. You get hit no matter what. That's an issue. Like, there's no skill involved anymore. Like, I played 5 games yesterday. I had 2 killers. There's 42 killers in the game. I had 2 killers. I had 3 Kanekys and 2 Blights. In 5 games. Like, you can't make... There's 42 killers. And people play maybe 5 out of those. And why? Because they're viable. Why? Because they give you free hits. Why? Because the skill cap on those killers is really not that high and they're very easy to learn. Someone like Blight is easy to learn. Someone like Kaneki is literally a free hit, a free down most of the time. Because there's really no downside to a Kaneki. You have a nurse that can just ignore every pallet. Like, a nurse has to ignore, can even ignore less now, because there's no pallets to play around anymore. Like, this game, and I'm sorry, for all the people that don't agree with me, you are just wrong. This game is so killer-sided, it's not even funny. If killer mains say this game is survivor-sided, you guys are delusional. This game is survivor-sided for the 5% of the people that play 4-man Swift. This game is survivor-sided for the professional players that most of the time just play tournament because, you know, that's what they're good at. This game is not survivor-sided. And the killer kill statistics show that, and the killer win rate statistics show that all the time. Because the bro total killer win rate is 70 to 75%. That is not survivor-sided. That just proves how killer-sided it is. And these statistics will go up even more now. With these changes, killers will probably have an 80% win rate at this rate of how we're going with DBD. Not only that, there's, oh my god, it's actually just, it's sad. Oh my god, I want to say something, but I'm not gonna say it because it's fucking stupid. And it's gonna make even more people mad because they will not agree with me. They just grift around these fucking people that say what they want to, what they want to hear. No, listen to fucking statistics. Behavior should listen to statistics and go by their statistics to see if that's an improvement for the majority of the player base or not. Stop listening to YouTubers. Stop listening to these 10,000 hour Andys that only talk out of one perspective and then have their community that also has the same view as them agreeing with them. Stop do that. There's no reason to do that. That is stupid. That is not how you change something. How you change something is you check the statistics, go by the statistics, and then you see how it changes over time. Not, okay, 8 YouTubers said this is shit, we're gonna revert it. Okay, great. So now people will stop playing the game even more. Like, duh? Like, that's exactly what they try to not do. I think I ranted enough, man. I ranted enough. I literally ranted enough. This game is going downhill. If they don't revert these changes, it will go downhill. Definitely, 100%. Everyone says that. Everyone that has a little bit knowledge of the game, especially all the comp players, already said it. This game is not going well. And most of the time, the comp players, the actual good players, have an actual general like 50-50 way of looking at it because they have to play killer, they have to play survivor, they have to play both. They have knowledge about the game and how the game is going, and this is not a good change. Like, it is just not. This needs to be reverted ASAP, otherwise they will lose even more players. And also, not only should it be reverted, they should change it so that a few of the slug changes come to the game. Because otherwise 75% of the player base will not be happy. And even more people will stop playing the game, and they will see it over the next couple months. Not even months, or the next couple weeks, I think. There will be statistics for that already, that people stop playing the game because it's literally not fun to play Survivor. By the way, more people play Survivor than Killer. Why there should be more positive changes for Survivors too than for Killers. Since there's more players playing Survivor than Killers. Like, the fact that we have so many only positive things for Killers and so many, we fuck over Survivors, and then they wonder why so many people stop playing the game. The reason why so many people stop playing the game is because Survivors don't get anything great out of it, and we have more people playing Survivor in general. Like, it's literally common sense. Like, you can't say you make a change like that and then don't go through with the change because some people say, yeah, no, that is a bad change. And the people that say it's a bad change are killer mains. Like, bruh. Come on. Well, enough of my rant. Video is long enough anyway. Fucking too long already. I hope they revert the changes. I really do. I really, really do. I hope they're gonna change a little bit at least. And, if not, then I guess check the statistics again in a couple weeks, in a couple months, because this game will go downhill from here. It will. People will not have fun playing this anymore. And that goes for both sides.